Hello, and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. This is a channel about education and sharing our ideas, doing our own due diligence and learning it. And if once we learn it ourselves, we can win. We're swing traders trying to capture the tops and bottoms of these major swings, and we use indicators to do it. Well, this one does it perfectly, but it looks to the future, so this is not an indicator. And then what we look is the MACD, stochastic RSI, and the RSI. So when the RSI is in the oversold condition, we say when it crosses up over to 30, we're going to buy. When the stochastic crosses over to 20, we're going to buy. And when the MACD, zero lag MACD, is below the zero line, those are all indications that, hey, you could buy. And that would have been a great swing for Walmart. RSI in its oversold condition, come back around. Stochastic come back around, and but it had a crossover here, but it's below the zero line, and that's all we care about. It's nice when all these occur within a couple bars of each other, 3 bars, 3 indicators. I call this, and a lot of times I have a 3 indicator strategy, and we do a buy, and that would have been a nice run there as well. You had one here, nice run. And the opposite true for the other side. Above the zero line, crossover here, and a crossover here. That would have been early. It had some little pain, but then eventually it would work. When the zigzag, the perfect indicator, doesn't know what it's doing, that's when we take a look around. And we're saying that the Walmart was to go up, and then it came back around, and it's flopping. It's on a downward strider at the moment. And I'm going to show you in a minute how we have a Walmart trade that occurred starting, I think, in mid-December. And it was a short. Mid-December could occur right here, right there. And there was some pain, but eventually now we have a winner. What I also show you, you showed this a lot, this Tradingview, and then I also say make a watch list. And then from that watch list, you set some flags. This is the same. This is blue flag, and you set a flag. And then you can do some various different screeners, your MACD, your RSI, and you can find out when it's in the oversold conditions, and query it up and do some analysis. Yeah, it's oversold. We're waiting for it to come back around for a buy, if you were in a buy. But I think there's some more downside on Walmart. Anyway, if you're new and you're using TradingView, it's all you need. You can do backtesting on one stock only. And what I try to do is I like to backtest on a portfolio of stocks. I like to work with a portfolio. In other words, pick about 10 stocks and see how, if I invested $10,000, how my money would travel within that portfolio of stocks. You can't do it here. But I use another program as well to produce my signals that I share with you on TradingView, and it's called Omni Broker. And there's the same chart, and there's no zigzag, but here's the zigzag. Here is the zero lag MACD, the stochastic RSI, and the RSI with the exact same settings that I have in the description below for TradingView. So everything is the same here. I've added an EMA of 200 because a lot of people, like if it's trading above the 200, that means it's an uptrend, and a 50. Okay, and I use a 50 kind of a single. And then I have these little arrows. It's based on an algorithm that I have. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And the only indicator that's not on TradingView is a TTM squeeze indicator. And I like to look at it for when there's no little dots, or when you see these little dots like this, that is in a consolidation period. If you're trading breakouts, you look for these. No momentum. And if you're a trend trader, you wouldn't take a trade during this time because you want things to move. You don't want the things to not. There's a theory that if you see this consolidation, eventually it'll break out. But I never can tell which way it's going to go. Anyway, so in Omni Broker, I have the same setup. The only thing different is I have an algorithm that I wrote that goes out and finds those 3 bars, 3 indicators occurring at the same time. This is the algorithm, And there it is. The RSI, the zero lag, and the stochastic. RSI, stochastics, and zero lag. And then I have a few extra little filters that help me stay out of trouble. And this is the VIX. I don't want to trade during a major dive, so I don't get singles. And if it's above the 200-day moving average, I'm filtering out that as well. And then this is a weekly trading range thing. It's not really important. I'm trying to prevent getting a lot of trades. So I added those two to kind of reduce the number of trades. And my theory was to get stronger singles. So anyway, the 3 indicator strategy, I have an algorithm for it. And because my background is in computer science, and I can run a report. This is a algorithm that runs every 3 or 4 hours, and it automatically runs these back tests and produces the reports. And this is a report, and you're going to see the last 2 days there hasn't been any entry singles or exits, but there is 18 open trades. One of them is Walmart. See, and that's a short. Walmart, that short was entered on the 21st. That's about what I showed you on the Tradingview. The same signal that you would have picked up on the 21st. And it says my profit currently is $70. And remember, I told you about that pain. There's 18 shares, 16 shares, and we're trading $1,200 at a time. No, and so that would have been a scale in. I scale in. If I get another single, I scale in and buy another set of $1,200 worth of stuff. I scale in. That's what you're supposed to do. If you have a winning trade, you scale in. This is accumulated profit based on trading this algorithm from about a year and 2 months. And this is very important for me because I'm trying to stay in the trade longer. So that's one of the reasons why I want to have strong singles to enter, and I want to let them to last at least 45 days because of options. I trade options, and I trade them usually 45 to 60 days out. And if you did a back test, which we just did, and this is a back test. Now, this is $100,000. A lot of people don't have that, so you can't look at the risk adjusted because we're only trading with small amounts. I did the $100,000 so that I can get lots of singles. You still don't get too many, though. So the risk-adjusted stuff is not valid. But this is net profit percent. And at $20,000, we had 349 trades. That's plenty. Our winners, the average bar is 18 bars. We have a win rate of 46%. That's not that great. The average profit is 381, and the loss is 220. But we're staying in the trade at least a lot of days. And of course, we exit earlier on some things too, but we want to trade based on our options. We want to have a winning trade and stay in the trade longer. I know a lot of people that are just starting out want to take profits quick, and they read this thing that you never lose money by taking profits, but you can lose money by taking profits too short. In other words, taking a lot of small wins and then having a big loss. And this is, I think I have faced this dilemma all through my career. In fact, I'm holding 2 bag holders now. So it's anyway. This is the algorithm. It produces very good singles, and when you get out, you got 45 days. You got 38 days to decide when to get out. And this is taking trades both ways. 3-bar indicator strategy, and then I double click on this, and I'll go over to look at Walmart. Here's where you had the short singles, and just say we got in short right here. You had some pain here, and you could short the stock. You could use a bear call spread, but now this is winning. And if you shorted the stock, you'll have I could think it was $78, somewhere around that, 80, 70. It doesn't matter. It's not big money. But is this thing going to continue on down? You got your level of support here. The RSI is below, and this is the same RSI over in Tradingview. Stochastics not quite around, and this is still pointing down to MACD, and it is below the zero. And that's usually the time when we start looking for ups. Anyway, I think there's a few more days in Walmart. We have Disney as a short 2, XLV, long, Zim, which I have. I have trades in Walmart, Home Depot, Zim, AMD, and I'm about to have it in Disney. I don't have trades in all of these because, hey, my name is not Vanderbilt or Buffett. And so my algorithm is telling me to take the trade, but maybe I don't have money, maybe I was out of town, maybe there was a lot of maybes. I just do what I can do. Oh, I do have MAR. And Expo. This is a trade list, and this is a report of the exact same thing. These are all still open, MAR, and that is producing a profit of $300. MAR, 1221. 1221 would be right in here somewhere. And you see, there's multiple arrows. And if they're still valid, I'll scale in on those. And I'll scale in here. What you're supposed to do is scale in on a winning trade. The red candle on Friday, but a lot of things were red Friday. And we do have that RSI coming down around the bend, and so is the stochastics. And it looks like we have an imaginary crossover here in MACD. I believe maybe it's time to get out. Home Depot. Let's take a look at that. Home Depot. There's a long trade producing a loss of $300. It's been in production for 15 days, and it was entered on the 211. No, excuse me, 125. That's close date. 125 long. So it'd be right about here. And if it was right here, yeah, too early to get out yet. We're a long trade. MACD is saying it's going down. Stochastics it says it's going down, and so is the RSI. And it's coming down in the oversold territory and maybe come back around. This trade seems to be not too good, but we haven't reached our stops or targets yet. Let me show you that part of the algorithm because I think it will be helpful. Click on the edit. Again, here is my signals. There's my scale in stuff. There's where I tested the stops and targets to get the optimal number. And here is the profit target of 20%. Because I want to stay in longer. I could take it at 5% and have lots more wins. But you're going to, it's just, I don't want to trade that much. I want to make some videos. I have a business that's doing poorly. I have a daughter that's in college, and I want to travel. And my stop loss is 8. In other words, I'm going to win more than I lose when I win. And I want to stay in the trade as long as I can because of those options. I want to let the options. I do credit spreads, so I want to let the time value take advantage of the time value to my advantage. As a dimension, I make money. That's why I want to stay in longer. Okay, so this programming, I went to Penn State, paid big money. Government helped me fund this. I don't have any student loans. Learned how to do this. When I first started this, I thought I could make a program that would make me millions of dollars, and I can go ahead and look at all the stocks in the world and kind of have it filtered out and give me the best. But since then, I've learned that it's best to have a watch list of stocks that you trade and know and love and focus. And you don't need to have a program like this. You just have to have a way of producing some singles. This particular 3-bar strategy is on my Discord, but it isn't free. It is $4 a month. It just produces it 3 or 4 times a day to get the 3-bar strategy. It's the same strategy that I am offering you free in the Discord. The only thing is, this strategy ties it all together. And there's some select symbols that I think are I'm focusing on a watch list that I like. It's called current interest, and there they are. There's my current interest, and it's a little different than the one that I produce for free, which is bigger. It has more stocks in that. These are the ones I think are going to be interesting for this next decade, and not all the stocks that I have watched over the last 3 or 4 years. It's just a different watch list. one's not better than the other, but this strategy, the 3 indicator strategy, is here. So is undervalued and growing stocks is another listing. And this is a 3 indicator strategy with $10,000 investment, and it's focused. And then, of course, I have another level where I'm talking about gaps and mean reversion. Just all you need to have, if you're a beginner, you don't need the program, because a swing trader only trades 10 or 15 stocks. You can easily go scan these lists down there looking for when the zigzag doesn't know what it's doing, or a fractal, if you want to talk about science. This time the zigzag does know what it's doing. It's in a trend. That is SQM. That is lithium and other minerals stock. Plug Power, giving me lots of trouble this year. Zigzag doesn't know what it's doing. And what does this say? It looks like it's in an upward trend slightly. Is it too late to get in? I don't think so. Or you could wait for the RSI to come back down around and get in. But I don't think it's too late to get in at this. I think this is going to go to the 50% retracement level. But hey, I think this is a stock that's going to go up. You don't need. You can just go down your list of 10 or 20. This has got 48. It doesn't take long to go through that list looking for zigzags that don't know it. That one does. Well, it's actually the last bar doesn't. And so, is it ready to say it's going to go down? Well, your MACD says it is. That's your MACD. The stochastic says it is, and so is the RSI. This might be a stock that it's time to go, and it might be too early. We only made another bar, but is it going down? It's been beaten down for the last 3 months. You don't need to have an algorithm. You can find these based on the indicators you choose, and there's a million of them in TradingView. Find the ones that work for you. Well, I hope this gives you a big picture of where you may want to go in the direction you want to go. You must define a strategy, pick some indicators, pick some stocks, and have some signals each day so that you can go ahead and trade it. And also exit signals too. I know there are going to be more questions. I'm going to produce more videos on backtesting and strategy and testing in the future. But I just wanted to give you a big picture right now on my strategy and where you're going to take your strategy. All right, let's have good trading this week. I think it's going to be some danger, but I'm not saying stay in or stay out of the market. You never can tell. I can't predict the future, and neither can you. Happy trading. We're going to catch you on the flip. Do your own due diligence. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.